Hello, my people. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. It's a girl, Esness, again. Today, I'm going to touch on 3 important things that a lot of people don't tell you about JAPA and the countries that are reigning at the moment. Countries where you have like 95 at least % chance to get into. Now, I've seen a lot of video on YouTube, wherever, a lot of people claiming, yes, in 1 day, in 2 days, in 3 weeks, in 4 weeks, they can get you to this country or that country. A lot of people are also using you to get rating on their pages. A lot of people will come and claim that in this country, there's a village there or universities there that are having students for free scholarship. First, let me tell you, number 1, there's nothing like free scholarship. Even in all this country, when you do get your scholarship, you still have to pay what is called maintenance. They may pay your school fees, but you still have to look for your maintenance. And one of the most important things of JAPA, as they call it, is having a genuine proof of fund. A genuine proof of fund. Ṣé pé àwọn èèyàn lè ṣe fún yín ó láti jẹ́ láti real bank. And you have to have enough funds in your account to be able to do it. Now, secondly, we talk about going Europe, coming to the UK. UK is not very available at the moment. I have to be honest with you. Gone are those days where you can just come anyhow to the UK. As a student, yes, you can still come to the UK. But there are also some new rules for the UK when it comes to students. I would say you have more chance of entering into the UK as a student, you know, if your age is like between maybe 18, 19 to like, let's say like 30, you have a very good chance of coming to the UK. Above that age, then you're looking to do your research program, which is the only program that allows you now to bring your dependents. And that they're facing that off as well. They've actually had a white paper on that, but it hasn't actually turned into a real law at the moment. But I think that is coming in, I don't know, 2026, 2027, something like that. They're going to finalize that. So you have more choice if you want to come to the UK to do it now as a student. On the COS, the only work that I see that people have more chances of coming into the UK for is now on construction and IT. And obviously you need to know what you're doing, because when they interview you, you need to be able to speak those languages that they speak in that setting. Now, let's talk about the rest of Europe. The rest of Europe, like Norway, for example, after you've gotten your work permit, you have to wait to get something that's called the UDI. And the UDI, it takes the minimum of 3 months for the government to approve it. Because once you have your work permit, then your employer that employs you will then send your documents to the authority, you know, to approve it, because they're going to do some checks on you. And if you pass the check, then you get your UDI, which is basically your work permit. But once you get your work permit, there's nothing stopping you from getting your visa. You will definitely get your visa. But now, a lot of the countries in the Europe, they are holding back, just like the UK. I don't know if I should call it copying or following what the UK is doing. Just like the UK sometimes follows what the USA doing. Now, there's a thing now that you, even in Europe now, most of the country now, you have to wait for your work permit. And what we're finding right now is that the work permit is taking like sometimes 4 months, 3-4 months before we actually get it. So before, when you can say to someone that, oh, in 6 months, you know, you can fly or whatever, it's not like that anymore. But in some special circumstances, if the person is really lucky, they might still be able to do that. But the chances are very, very slim. So don't taking it to all these people that come onto the social media because they want to take your money. They have no job for you. You know, there is no university that doing that's taking you in for free. You know, nothing is for free in this world. Do your research very well on that, please. Now, let's put all that aside. And I've got a good news for you, and that is in Canada. Canada is a place to go now, but I'm going to break it down into two phases for you. There is one that is the work permit, which you can get directly if you qualify for it. And it takes between minimum of 6 months to 12 months for the work permit to come out. If you are a patient person and you can't wait for that, it will be to your advantage. But it's kind of 100%. And if there's anything should happen, you will get most of your money, you will get back. But they will know anyway if you can go through with it or not within the first month. You understand? But there is 99.9 chance that you will get in. We work with the immigration there. We work with immigration lawyers and immigration there. That is 100% processing with no chance of you losing money. If you're going to lose any money at all, it will be like administrative money, maybe something like 50 Canadian dollars or $100 or whatever. But because we are working directly with the authority, no matter what happens, if it's not in your favor, your money will be refunded. That is 100% guaranteed. The second one is learning about, or training I should call it, cyber security training, where we're doing in partnership with a Canadian college. You do the cyber security, either you're in Nigeria, either you're in Kenya, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. We start off with the online training, which takes 3 months, and it's certificated, in another word. When you follow that for 3 months, you can either choose to look for a job in whatever country you are living in, which we will help you if you should need our help. We hold your hand all the way through the processing. If you decide after 3 months you want to just get a job, we will help you with interview techniques, you know, and all that you need to scale you in that interview to get that job. You will be fully prepared for. On the other hand, if you say you want to JAPA to Canada, we work directly with Canadian college, the College of Cyber Security it is. Then we do your processing for you, which takes only few weeks. As long as you follow that training for 3 months with us, we get you within few weeks from wherever your country is into the college to go and study your practical cybersecurity training. It's a professional training, professional college. So the success rate of visa getting there to Canada is 99.9% because you will be working at the same time while you are studying. And some of the courses will be remote because you've already done the online training with us. You wouldn't need to do all the subjects, you know, you will get credit for some of the subjects that you've already trained for. And as we all know, cybersecurity is a highly paid job, either in Nigeria, either in Kenya, either in Ghana, either in Congo, either in the UK or anywhere in Europe, either in US. It doesn't matter where you go. Even in Canada itself, you get really, really good pay. It's highly paid. So I want to encourage you, not just for the JAPA, but also to have something that you can look forward to, something that can make you a person, something that can put you at the top of list of earners, you know, in the world. Something you can also do remotely, or you can do as a home worker, you know. It's just a very good course to follow, aside from the JAPA side of it. But if you want to JAPA, we will also get you to Canada with no sweat. But remember, I'm not going to come here because I'm not one of those people that will come on here and say to you, oh, it's free. It is not free. You have to pay the school fees. You have to have your proof of funds. And you have to be ready to work hard. And the work starts from whatever country you are from. We give you live training online. Live training. And we will hold your hands from beginning to the end. This is your girl, Esness from Esness-J Continental Limited, Esness-J Travel and Tours, and Esness-J Homes and Property, with office in UK and also Lagos and Delta in Nigeria. So, if you want to follow this course, if you want a genuine work permit from a genuine company, please do follow us. We're going to be putting our numbers, our social media handles, our website, all the links will be at the bottom of this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. It's your girl, Esness from Esness-J Continental again. Until the next time, hoping to see you soon. Bye for now. Thank you.